Um, I mean, because I'm a senior in high school, I've noticed that, like, we used to say the pledge, like, not at all, or, like, once a week, like, on a Tuesday or something, and now we say it, like, every day, and I think that's, like, the school trying to be, like, we're trying to be, like, patriotic and proud of our country, but because there's so much going on, like, politically, with you have, like, people who take a knee when the national anthem comes on, and kind of like sitting down during the pledge or not saying it at all was like the first step to taking a knee. And I think a lot of teachers don't say anything about it because they don't want to like get involved, and a lot of teachers, like, I know they'll like say the pledge, but they feel because like they're obligated to because they're a part of the school and they have to be like a role model. I'm one of the people who sit for the pledge. So I respect people who stand for it. I understand that a lot of kids stand because like a part of their family was like in the military, or they have like veterans in their family and they feel that it's like a respectful thing for them to like stand and say it. But personally, if you I don't want to say believe in it, but if you feel as though you're not proud of your country for certain aspects of it, not for the people that have fought for it, but like certain things that we have going on socially and politically, then you shouldn't be forced to stand and say something that you don't 100% agree with.
I believe that when we were younger, that like elementary school or middle school, we were definitely like encouraged to stand for the pledge, and everybody stood for the pledge just because, you know, it was the norm and it was what everybody was taught to do. And now like in high school, you're free to make your own decisions, and you see a lot more people sitting for the pledge just because we are raised in such a politically advanced world now. Like, we definitely are put in a lot of political advances, and we learn a lot about the government, and it's very advertised through media nowadays. So like, people sit for the pledge because they know what's going on in the political world, and they feel like because the pledge has certain things that they don't agree with, they sit for it.
Well, okay, so like when we were in elementary, right, everybody stood for the pledge because that was just, nobody really knew that if there was a reason that we shouldn't or if we should, but everyone knew that it's what everyone else did, so we just kind of went with it. But then getting into middle school, I know 8th grade was the year for me where I was like, I can't stand for this anymore because I don't agree with a lot of things going on in this country. And I understand that like not everyone's going to agree with everything that happens within your country, but it becomes a problem when you don't agree with like a big majority of the things.
I feel like the issue has come up a lot more because of the access people have gotten to information about such things that are happening in like the government and with politics and stuff. I feel partially because of how people have aged, like more so that like more high schoolers sit for it than like elementary students because of what information they have and how they've processed things themselves and with social media and stuff. I don't stand for the pledge, just because I don't believe the government is like, I don't believe that what we're saying in the pledge is like 100% the truth. Like, I don't think, at least from my perspective, I don't think the government is looking out for me or whatever. I really don't care what people do. If you're gonna take it out on someone else because they don't, that's my problem. I understand that people like look up to it as a symbol, like with like military stuff, but I feel like there's a better way we can honor the military than just reciting some words to a piece of fabric.